Customer emails a bug at 7:14 a.m. By 8:01 a.m., the fix is merged, deployed, and the customer has a reply. And I haven't touched my laptop. If you run a small SaaS and your support inbox is quietly eating 4 hours of your day, you already know that backlog is what kills you, not missing features. I'll show you the exact Claude Code loop that turns a bug report into a merged pull request, unattended, for about 30 cents in tokens. Most tutorials show Claude Code writing greenfield features. Nobody shows the support loop. I'm Lazar. I run this in production on a live invoicing SaaS with paying customers. Let's get into the part most creators skip. First, let's kill the confusion. Claude Code is not Claude.ai with a code tab. Claude.ai is a chat window. Claude Code is a terminal native agent that lives inside your repository. It reads your files, runs your test suite, edits source, executes shell commands, and opens pull requests by itself in a loop until a goal is hit. That distinction is the whole game. One is a conversation. The other is an employee with shell access. Now the scenario you actually recognize. You run a small SaaS, maybe 10, maybe 200 paying customers. Every morning the inbox has 3 or 4 messages that look like this. Invoice PDF won't download, tax field shows wrong currency, login loop on Safari. Each one needs you to stop, read, reproduce locally, dig through the repo, write the fix, test it, deploy, then write a human reply. 2 to 4 days is normal for a solo founder, sometimes a week. And while that ticket sits open, the customer is shopping for your competitor. The usual fix is hire a part-time developer or buy a support tool that does nothing but route the email better. Neither one closes the actual loop. The bug still sits in the repo until a human goes and fixes it. That's the silent killer. Not feature velocity. Support latency. Here's the pipeline I run for a live invoicing SaaS serving small businesses. 3 pieces wired together. Piece 1. An inbox watcher. A small script pulls the support address, pulls new messages, and drops each bug report into a structured file. Sender, subject, body, attachments, timestamp. Nothing fancy. 20 lines of Python. Piece 2. Claude Code in headless mode. This is the part most people miss. You don't have to sit in front of the terminal. Claude Code has a non-interactive flag where you pass it a prompt, point it at a repo, and it runs end-to-end and exits with a result. I trigger it with a custom system prompt that says, roughly, you are a support engineer for this code base. Here is the bug report. Reproduce it. Write a failing test. Patch the smallest possible change. Run the full test suite, and open a pull request with a clear description. Then I hand it the repo path and the bug file. What happens next looks like magic the first time you see it, and then it just looks like work. Claude Code reads the bug. It greps the code base for related files. It opens the invoice generation module or the auth handler or whatever the report points at. It writes a test that reproduces the failure. It runs the test, sees it fail, edits the source, runs the test again, sees it pass, runs the full suite to make sure nothing else broke, commits on a new branch, and pushes a pull request with a written summary of the root cause and the fix. Piece 3. A guardrail. The pull request does not auto-merge. I get a notification on my phone with the diff and the test results. If your support inbox is bleeding hours every week and you want this exact bud to pull request loop wired into your own SaaS, this is the kind of system we build for clients at BizflowAI.io. Go see real examples of what we ship. Hit subscribe and ring the bell so the next breakdown lands in your feed.